So as I was saying, running is such a feeling of a sense of accomplishment. When you start, there's a lot of nervousness. There's a lot of like pent up energy. Your mind is working a million miles a minute, just trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to do? Is this going to be a good race? Am I gonna falter? But once you start and you kind of just like get in the zone and you're like, okay, I got this. And somewhere in the middle, you have those moments where you're like, okay, can I finish this? Can I finish this? But then you see the finish line and you get that burst of energy and you're like, wow, I did this. And that is when you just feel so amazed at what you can accomplish. What I like about running too as well, as I mentioned earlier, it's a great equalizer. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, young, old, black or white. Once you get out there, everybody has an equal opportunity to finish the race that is designed for them. Just as long as you put in the work, as long as you do what you're supposed to do, as long as you execute on the plan, then everybody has an equal opportunity to cross that finish line. If you put in the work, you get the result. And so I'm just going to keep on doing this.
How old are you?
I am going to be 55 this year in November.
Everyone over here is around 30 or under 30. How is being 55 running 5K?
You know what? It's amazing. When you get out here and you're running and you see people who are like 10 years less than you, age less than you, it's like, wow. But then when you get out there and you see you're like passing them, it's just a great feeling to know that, you know what, I can do this and I can run with the best of them. I train with the Cowtown Trailblazers. I've been training with them for the last 3 years, I would say. Running is a hard job. It's not the easiest thing to do, but there's just such a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of excitement, a feeling of, just seeing what your body can do under any kind of conditions, whether it's sunny, whether it's rainy, whether it's cold, whether it's hot. It's just amazing to see how you can push your body and what you can accomplish.
How many years you want to run?
As long as I possibly can. I've seen people at different marathons, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old running, and I said, I want to be like that when I grow up. I've been running maybe for over 10 years. I've been doing a bunch of 5Ks, a bunch of 10Ks. I've done a ton of half marathons.
I always thought whoever running, they have really healthy and strong body system. Is that right?
You know what? I mean, yes, you do need to take care of your body, but you know what? I've seen people running with so many different kind of ailments, whether it's cancer, whether it's arthritis, whether it's some form of medical impediment. They still get out there and they run. You see blade runners, you see people missing different body limbs, but they still get out there and run. So the point is, there's no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever. Let's get out there and run.
If you want to give one advice to your 15 years old, what advice are you going to give it?
You should have started this sooner. Like, you know what, you should have been doing this sooner. It's a great way to build your cardiovascular system. It's a great way to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. And it's a great way of building community. And that's one of the things that I love most about running. It's about community. The community is great. Everybody's wonderful. And I call it the great equalizer. Once you get to the starting line, you're on equal footing with everybody. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, green, yellow, young, old, everybody has an equal footing at the start line.
Like, why people should run their entire life?
I mean, as I said, it's for me, I think it's just like the mental peace and clarity that it gives me. When I get out there, I mean, all my troubles dissipate, everything goes to the back burner, and I just get one with nature, one with God, one with just my entire surroundings. And I think that is good for just mental health. And that's what's amazing. Everybody's a winner once you cross that finish line. And so that's what I like about running, is that, you don't have to be the best, you don't have to be a pro. Just get out there and run and enjoy, and just have a good time and just cross that finish line. This medal is everything. And so that's why I get up every morning, and that's why I, lace up my shoes and I get out there and I do the training and get the work done.
I like how you said bring all the nation together, no
Yes.
matter what color you
Yes,
are.
yes. And that's what's amazing too. I've ran all over the world. I've ran 11 marathons and I've ran them in Tokyo, I've ran them in Berlin, I've ran them in Paris, I've ran them all over. And it's always amazing just to see how running and racing brings the world together. It's such a big melting pot. People from all over just coming together and doing something that they love. If you put in the work, you get the result. And so I'm just going to keep on doing this. I'm very thankful for that. And not to mention that I've made some great friends in the process. And that's what I like about running again too. The friendships that are carved out of this space. You get to meet people from all over. You get to interact with them, just like I'm interacting with you. And I find that amazing too as well. I have some great running friends, and I'll cherish those friendships, because it's good when you can talk to them about things that impact you and that they understand. They understand the suffering that you're going through. They understand the joy that you're going through. They understand the struggles that you're going through when you're training. And I call it the community of suffering sometimes, because when you're training in the middle of summer and it's hot, and you're like, why am I doing this? There are your colleagues right beside you who are doing the same thing too as well. And that gives you the encouragement, that gives you the push, that gives you the drive to just get out there and just keep training. So overall, a great sport. It would be something that I would recommend to anybody. It doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 10 years old, whether you're 15, whether you're 30, whether you're 55 like me, or whether you're like the 80-year-old who's out there just doing their thing and just trying to stay as healthy as possible and do a sport that they love. So I'd encourage everybody to get involved in running.